Yeah, I don't remember
That guy,
exactly what happened with it, but
he was a wall.
I mean that's what a raccoon is.
That guy,
They just don't die. What happened with it, but
he was a wall. The only problem is you started using the tactic of stealth rock and stuff like that, and then force swapping my Pokemon. I'm like, come on, man.
I don't think I did that. I don't think that was me then, because I don't ever use the I don't even know which moves force swap.
I don't know if it was actually a force swap, but I do know you'd always start off the battles by like throwing out stealth rock.
Probably not Stealth Rock. It was probably from Marini, so it was the poison version of
Oh
that.
yeah. Regardless, it made swapping my own Pokemon fucking awful.
Toxic Spike.
Yeah, Marini is one of my favorite Pokemon, and I'm sad that it doesn't work well.
Fuck Marini.
I love Marini.
I know.
Such a cool idea, and it's just stat wise so bad for what it needs to be.
I mean, my favorite Pokemon is Frostlass, which is a Pokemon designed to die.
Yeah.
I mean, in that case, my Pokemon is actually Nincada. Is that the ghost one?
Shedinja.
Shedinja. Yes, I love Shedinja as a kid.
Hack Wonder Guard onto Shedinja.
Bullshit.
No, wait. No, you take Wonder Guard from Shedinja and you put it on Sableye. That's it.
Oh, yeah, and then he just can't. Or, well, okay, if you hacked it onto anyone, it would be...
I mean, today you would do Mawile.
If you're gonna do Wonder Guard, do it on a Sableye or something that's Dark Ghost, because then it doesn't have any weaknesses.
I think there's only one Pokemon that doesn't have a weakness, and I'm trying to remember who it is. It's like a electric flying, I think, or something like that.
Oh, electric flying is weak to rock.
Oh god.
No, I think it's Mawile. I think Mawile's
oh no, sorry. I think it's a
Steel Fairy
electric type that
Electros?
has levitate.
Yes, because it's electric with levitate. Yes.
Yeah, that. So yeah, that, I guess if you hacked it onto that, that wouldn't work, but still, only a weak to one thing.
I just...
Yeah.
I hate that Pokemon exists, though. There's no reason there should be a Pokemon that doesn't have a weakness.
I mean, I like having just obnoxiously silly things for breaking the game. However, I also know that, it's going to also turn into a nightmarish thing for fan games where somebody's like, okay, we're going to have an entire meta based on Electros now.
Yeah.
See, 2 of my 3 favorite Pokemon to this day are normal types. So that kind of shows you where I am with this whole thing. Because normal types are consistently not good.
Are they not? I thought there were some,
The only ones that really ever see use are Snorlax, because he's just a wall with Hyper Beam.
Yeah. I mean,
but
hacked at this point, right? I assume
still,
that would be better than Hyper Beam.
I mean, if you want to have fun with the normal type, get a Slanking and then have something that changes what its ability is.
I did actually have a Slacking that I used against Rose, and I think Rose got mad at me for it.
Yeah. It's thus far my favorite Pokemon are Wooloo, Alolan Vulpix, and Drampa.
Drama is good.
Yeah.
Or Drampa.
I love Drampa.
Oh yeah, normal dragon is a good idea, as a design. I like type null just because it has such someone making up a Pokemon on a playground energy, where it's this Pokemon that's wearing a helmet and it's super powerful, but you got to get rid of the helmet.
Yeah, and it's a computer, so you put in DIS to determine what type it is.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, cool.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, sorry about that. Can you send me and Jonathan invitations?
Yeah, I can send you one. I'm already streaming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Trying to think of, I don't know if I have a specific favorite, but I do love the Beldum line. I love Grimmsnarl. I love every version of the Yamask line.
I don't like Reneragus because you have to do some dumb bullshit to evolve it.
Oh no, it's absolutely stupid, but just like I like having a mummy Pokemon and a like Nordic rune Pokemon, especially if you can put it with Stonejourner, because then you have whatchamacallit, a Stonehenge team.
True. All right. Well, let me get rid of that. Hello, everyone. Again, we're actually all here now.
Hello.
How's everyone doing?
Tired.
We're here.
That seems to be
Despite everything, it's still me.
Yeah, exactly. That's the general consensus. That's how I feel after 3 weeks of not being able to use my upstairs. But I'm finally here.
Despite all my
in the office
rage.
again.
Twitch is showing me like the longest ad ever.
I love when it does that. It's super helpful.
Like, Twitch, I want to see the stream.
So, last time, unlike a previous campaign, 4 people woke up in a room with no memories and a dead body. Except that's exactly what happened last time. But this time, everyone found out things were a little different. Yeah, now they're investigating a murder, kind of. Or at least trying to figure out what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
We spent the night in jail.
No, we didn't.
Some of you.
Well, we spent part of the
We
night in jail.
spent 5 minutes in jail.
5 minutes. You know, a little more than that, but not much.
And then we broke out of jail, and we spent the night in a dead person's boardroom.
I thought we didn't stay the night there. I thought we just checked for some things and then went out.
Yeah, we headed out.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, we're headed up to the chariot.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, right.
I write everyone's names like this so I can actually see them and remember them a little easier. I don't know why I've never thought about this before. That's right, and over here is Pierce Brosnan.
Because you like looking at our tiny character sheets.
I mean, like, I can use Alt to make them bigger, but it sucks to have to scroll over your character sheets each time I want to see who's, like, what your name is.
It's okay. Here in a couple weeks, you'll just kill off these characters anyway.
I mean, maybe. We'll see. Or maybe they were never alive to begin with. Who knows?
I don't know if my character has a life. He's an eccentric recluse.
Is he?
Okay, so what is your plan now? You investigated the house of your dead supposed friend, which is what you told the cops shortly before getting carted to jail. You made 2 friends in jail, and then broke out with them, and then I think... Oh, I'm sorry, then you found the Carmine Hotel. That's right. Found some more information there to point you towards the Union, and so you wanted to head there?
That sounds
Yes.
about right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Do you know where the Union is?
We'll figure it out.
It's written down on the flyer.
That's true.
It's gate 307.
It's actually not super far from where you're at, I believe. Yeah, it's fairly close. You basically take a left onto one of the larger streets, hit Merchant's Gate, take a left, and then it's like a couple blocks down. So you could walk there in minutes. Because I don't think you have a car this time.
We do not. We are completely on foot.
For the moment.
I mean, why Grand Theft Auto when you can get some exercise in?
Good
It's weird
cardio.
hearing you play these kinds of characters. So, you arrive at the address written on the paper, and you find a fairly small and unassuming-looking building from the outside, with only a familiar symbol to mark it, and that symbol being the chariot with the eye in place of the wheel.
Is the eye looking at me?
I mean, it's like
This looks
looking
like the
straight
right
ahead.
place.
Imagine just like a pupil inside of like a circle.
I think we found it, guys.
Would
I
seem
sure
so.
hope so.
All of you just stand around awkwardly.
I
Well-
walk up to the door.
And then
Go
stand
get it.
awkwardly, you have to keep going.
I bang on the door.
Well, Tom, every other sentence that I've begun like that ended up with me tearing the door off its hinges or something. So I was giving my party members a chance to interfere.
Okay.
No, you do that.
Okay, I open the door. Is
Alright.
it locked?
It is not.
Okay, then it's not exciting.
Opening
I look
it
disappointed and like look inside.
from the brief like glimpse of the inside that you get as you open the door is significantly more opulent than the outside. It's you like are opened into like a common room with like couches, chairs, tables, a small not quite a bar. It looks more like a place for like games of chance and like cards and things like that to be played. Yeah, and there are a significant amount of people currently inside of that common area, just kind of milling about, having, sips of like water or whatever other drinks they might be having.
Can I mingle amongst the people?
Absolutely.
I go to mingle.
While you're mingling, what do I see in the area? Like, what do I see if I was trying to look for, like, if someone had something lying around, documents, keys, anything like that, anything that's identifiable?
It doesn't seem like there'd be a lot of places to have stuff lying around because it's a very like busy area, and this seems to be like specifically for hanging out. There's not like a like desk or anything like in the opening.
Mm-hmm.
So anything you'd see lying around is like next to the people that are like sitting down to do whatever.
Okay, is there some sort of clerical or office desk?
There is, but it seems to be closed.
Like, can I test the door?
What door?
The door to the office.
Well, oh, I'm sorry. There is a desk, but there's like a sign on it. Like there's no one at that desk. The
okay,
top
so it's
of
a
it is
derelict.
empty. Like it looks like there just isn't currently a secretary.
Okay. And if there's a desk with no secretary, I'm probably not well dressed enough to be able to just slide in there. I probably am going to jingle too much from the piercing.
Oh, that's right. You call yourself Pierce. God damn it.
Yeah. That's what,
Wow.
you
Good
didn't
job,
get
Dom.
that until now.
No, because I know Pierce as an actual name.
Yes, we all do, but
Yeah, but I just heard it as a name and then didn't.
turns
further.
out Forrest is also a name and a noun.
I mean, yeah.
But Emily, I have yet to find an Emily item.
I did spell it like with two R's though, so that it's.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Anyways, what are you doing?
I am going to see about. Actually, I'd like to see who's like. Is there someone who looks like they have authority there? They have like a uniform. They have anything that like denotes them as a leader or something like that.
Not that you see immediately. There's most of the people here are wearing various like suits of whatever colors and such that what you like. It seems like personal preference rather than any like authoritative thing.
I was just gonna say that I'm gonna follow Forrest and, if possible, see if I can strike up a conversation about whether or not somebody needs to hire a secretary or something on.
Forrest, what are you like asking people about, or how are you mingling?
I'm going up to the nearest fancy rich person because they're all fancy rich people, right?
So the nearest person.
Right, I'm going up to the nearest fancy rich person and I'm saying, "Ho, friend! How do your employees wail?
What?
What?
How do
Well,
they
no.
wail when you take them to the torture chambers?"
What the fuck?
What?
The rest of you are just like, huh, our friend has gone fucking crazy.
I just go, oh, I thought I was the weird one.
I also thought you were the weird one.
Is there a book that I can like quietly shove my face into so I don't have to deal with this?
Yeah, there's actually like a small bookshelf sort of near the sitting area that you could like grab.
Cool, grabbing any random one so I'm not associated.
Brewers,
I've
what are
already
you doing?
moved to a random corner of the room.
Okay, are you trying?
Are there drinks?
Yeah, there's like water, lemonade.
Do they appear to be selling them or just available?
No, people are like coming around with trays of them.
Oh, okay. I take water.
Excellent. The man turns to look at you, Wamba, just like, I don't quite understand what you're saying. Please, enunciate a bit, perhaps?
Oh, I was just asking, how do you do today?
It's like, I do quite well. How about yourself, strange sir?
Well, I
Very
just
strange.
found this disgustingly beautiful room behind a plain door. I was wondering what this place was.
I can't tell if you're doing something on purpose or if you've just forgotten who your character is. This is like weirdly strange.
Yeah.
He says,
So glad I
well,
made you trustworthy.
this is the Union of the Heavenly Chariot. Welcome, of course. We're a society for the enlightening of other gentlemen such as ourselves, and just getting together like minds to learn more about the universe.
How do I get enlightened?
That's part of the question that all of us must ask, is it not? It's a little different for everyone, it seems. I, of course, am not there myself, but it is simply the accumulation of knowledge to the point where you suddenly understand things.
So, what have you figured out about the universe yet?
As I said, I am not so much there, but I've read quite a bit about philosophy recently.
So, in other words, Organization for Enlightenment hasn't gotten it yet?
Oh, others have for sure, certainly, but not myself.
Who's gotten enlightenment? I want to meet the guy who understands the universe. I got a lot of questions.
Says, if that's anyone, it would be the great James Halifax.
Halifax.
Aye, Arthur.
Do you know, is he here?
I believe he is, although I think he's run back to his office to do some work, but I believe he said he'd make an appearance later. Just try to come by and welcome any new people or simply the ones who come in to see what's going on.
I'm interested to meet him. Do you know about when this appearance will be?
Just whenever he's finished with his work, I'm sure. There's no time frame on a good or a job well done, is there?
No, I suppose not.
I'd like to meet the guy who's learned the secrets of the universe as soon as possible, because any moment I'm not enlightened is like another moment wasted. So is there a way, like, point me to his office? I'd be happy to talk to him.
He kind of chuckles a bit, and it's just like, patience, my friend, is one of the most important parts of becoming enlightened. You cannot rush your way there, or else you just won't understand any of what you have learned along the path. You
What's
know,
the
work.
point of having a society? I thought that was the point. Everyone works together and becomes enlightened.
Well, certainly, but it can't happen in one night.
Do you have any suggestions for
Challenge
what to do
accepted.
while we wait?
Well, there are plenty of interesting and fun folk around. I would say to mingle with some of them, get some drinks, play some games, perhaps read some of our books, and just have a good time.
Okay, well, thank you.
Of course. He like tips his hat to you and goes back to talking to whoever he was before.
I'm gonna head further into the room.
Real quick, as an aside, don't forget that for a lot of the like way skills are done in this game, if you have any skills that you like want to do, you have to like find a way to do it. And I won't necessarily like tell you to do those things. So like if you ever want to use or like learn empathy so that you can try to like see if people are lying, you have to like say that. I'm not gonna like ask you to do that all the time.
Oh.
Because
I'm just trying to roleplay through it.
Yeah, you can as well. And I'm not saying that like he was lying, but that way if like, you know, talking with anyone, you could just be like, okay, well, I'm going to like roll empathy to see if they're lying about whatever. You know, stuff like that. You can just like basically the point is if you want skills, just find times to look for them. Yeah. So what do you do?
I'm going to slip further into the crowd, and I'm going to. What are the guests mostly wearing?
Well, you see, like most of them are wearing suits of varying descriptions. They're all like fairly nice looking, very like fancy, proper, well fitted. You see one woman walking around with a like very nice black gown.
I'm gonna see if I can sneak a wallet out of some man's pocket.
Okay, I guess roll me sleight of hand then.
Can I take it as a skill?
You may if you would like.
I'm gonna put sleight of hand at a 3. Which gives me a 3.
All right, you are able to quite easily lift a wallet with like a moderate amount of cash in it.
All right. Yeah.
While he's doing that, you mentioned there was a woman in like a very fancy dress.
Yes.
Can I roll investigation to see if there's anything about her that stands out or would be conspicuous for an investigator trying to figure out what this place is?
Absolutely.
That is a 3.
I would say that she seems to be like the only woman in this whole crowd, and like doesn't seem to be part of the society in the way like where she's going, who she's talking to, and all these things. But like it's almost like it's not weird that she's here. It's just very like uncommon for her to be here.
There's a level of uncanniness, it sounds like.
I don't know if like uncanny is the right word, but
she just doesn't, like,
perfectly fit in.
And I'm going to approach her and say, "So, have you gotten enlightenment yet? I've been striking out so far."
She turns to you and she's just like, I don't believe I have. I've heard much about it from all these people, of course, but not so much luck on my side. And she gives you like a warm smile. She's like, so what are you doing here then?
I was told this is a place where you come for enlightenment, but then they told me I have to wait for it. So I think this is a scam. Actually, I think they're probably hoarding the enlightenment somewhere, like in a desk drawer or something.
Do I overhear this from where I am?
I mean, probably.
Nice.
Give me 1 second to. I don't remember what this skill specifically is. Apparently, these are not
it the
alphabetical. That's
Skill to laugh at bad jokes or the skill to not laugh at bad jokes?
I'll say it's a matter of difference between empathy and sympathy, I think.
I would argue it's endurance.
Yeah, I would say roll me an empathy check.
Alrighty, I would like to make empathy next stat.
Absolutely.
Are there any doors leading off of the room?
There are a few, yeah.
Are they locked? I'm not trying to break them, I'm just testing them.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
That is. Oh, hold on.
Go ahead,
I just-
go ahead.
I go back outside. I'm gonna circle the building.
Well, it
that's
is-
I rolled a 0 for my joke.
Okay. For like a brief moment, like something like flits across her face, but you have no idea what. Bryce, it is connected to 2 other buildings, so there's not much that you like, not much location that you can go to, I guess, like to go.
Oh,
around.
okay. Can I climb the building?
Wait, actually, I'm sorry. I might be thinking of a different building. Okay, yeah, you'd be able to go around. My apologies.
Okay.
It's a building sort of on its own, with like 2 smaller buildings kind of attached to it.
Okay. I want to look at the roof.
I mean, you can't see it from the ground. Does that help?
Can I climb?
You can certainly try. That'd be an athletics check.
Oh, really? Ah, I had no idea.
You guys are so weird about how you
Hey.
handle investigating someone maybe being murdered by your hands.
Can I
I'm
take
gonna
that as
go
a
party. I'm
skill?
gonna leave the party.
I'm
I
just
want you to
taking
say no
the
just
chance.
because I'm mad, but go for it.
I'm just taking the chance of all these people around to put some money in our pockets so we don't die.
But Tom, she'll sort of give you like a brief chuckle for a moment. It's just like, yes, it certainly is a well kept secret. It would seem. I haven't seen you around here though. Are you new in town?
Yeah, I'm new in town. Came in with.
Interesting. Where do you come from?
That's a very good question. I am from my old house. And from that, I was actually from an older house, but then I moved to my old house.
I'm sorry about my brother here. We're from Greendale.
She says,
I went to
Greendale.
college there.
Not too far from here, I don't think. Yes.
Oh no, it's just like 20 minutes up the road.
Ah. Don't get too many visitors from there for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, you know, there's never really much of an opportunity to come, you know?
I understand. Yeah, I think one of the former members of this union had gone up there somewhat recently. I think John something was his name.
Oh, John Smith, yeah.
Ah, yes, that's him. Oh, you know him?
Oh yeah, you know, we're drinking buddies from way back.
Ah, yes, that would make a lot of sense.
Have you happened to see him recently?
I have not actually. Have you?
Not in the past few days, no.
I believe he has gone missing recently, actually, and people have been looking for him. Hopefully, he's just skipped town for something.
I hope so. I really like old John.
He was certainly an interesting one.
Yeah.
Bit of a deadbeat sometimes, but pretty good nonetheless.
Oh, I never knew him to be a deadbeat.
Only occasionally.
What specifically would he do?
Oh, old John would do plenty of interesting things. I've heard of him simply lying about for hours on end, and she just kind of gives you like a coy smile and like takes a sip of her drink.
Lying about. Yeah, he would do so occasionally, wouldn't he?
From what I've heard.
What's your name, by the way?
Oh, don't worry too much about me. I'm sure we'll see each other again soon.
Yeah, but what am I going to call you?
And she looks at you for a moment and looks at her wrist and is just like, actually, I apologize. I must use the ladies' room. I'm sure we'll talk again soon, but I must go. And she gives you a smile and a wink and just like walks away.
I wave as she goes off.
She schedules her bathroom breaks.
While all this is going on, can I be like pretending to read through a book while trying to keep an eye on most of the exits or entrances to look for any shady type of characters coming out?
You could take a stealth check, I would say,
I think that's burglary.
Or would it be alertness?
Well, okay, stealth check as far as like.
Oh, I'm not like
you're not like looking like you are reading a book rather than keeping an eye on the exits.
It's less that I'm trying to be like super hidden about it, but it's like every once in a while be skimming through the pages and look around for a bit.
You could roll alertness on it.
So with a 4, am I able to reach the roof when you get to me?
That will be a 2.
You see a couple people go in and out as the night moves on, but no one like suspicious or interesting, I guess.
Okay, I'm just kind of looking to make sure nothing like. I'm really trying to look to see if there's any trouble coming. So if there's nothing that sparks my interest, I'll just keep chilling.
Bryce, you are able to reach the roof fairly easily.
Are there any trapdoors?
No, not that you see.
Are there any unlocked windows?
On top of the roof, no.
That I passed on my way up?
No.
This is annoying. Was there a back door?
Yes.
I'm gonna go back down and see if the back door's locked.
There's no handle.
Can I push it open?
Depends on what you mean by push.
Gently at first, just
Gently?
to see.
No. I mean, it is an outward opening door.
Oh.
It is an exit.
It is an exit with no handle.
Well, no handle on your side.
Are the hinges on the outside?
That's a good question.
No.
There's no way to quietly bust a door.
Yeah.
That's really annoying.
I mean, if you got like a Slim Jim, the metal tool, not the snack, you could probably pry it.
Is there anything laying around that I could try to pry it with?
No, not that you see.
Oh, I have my pocket knife. I pulled that out. Can I like use that in like the crack between the door and the wall to try and like pull the door open?
Like to unlock it essentially, or to like.
Well,
like
if there's no. I mean, if there's no handle, then it might not be locked. It might just be resting closed, like be set to automatically close.
Okay, so if you put your knife in and try to like open it, it doesn't seem to budge. It's a fairly thick looking door.
Okay. What if I try and like use the knife like the credit card way of opening doors, like unlocking doors?
I don't think you would. Well, you could roll me a burglary check to try to do that, but you would not be able to take that as a skill right now because you have already.
I'm not interested in taking that as a skill. That's a -1.
Yeah, you are not able to get the door open.
Okay, then I make my way back inside.
All right, Rose. A moment later, one of your friends comes back from the outside.
Cool, she may have just needed some fresh air.
What was the name of the guy? I literally was trying to take notes of what his name was, and I dropped my sticky notes.
Halifax?
James
Halifax. Yes. I'd like to approach somebody who we haven't talked to yet and say, "Oh, I'm sorry. I was supposed to bring something to Mr. Halifax at
You're
his
still on
office."
this.
What?
Oh, my character coughs underneath his breath. You're still on this.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I haven't finished the job yet.
I gotta go find Mr. Halifax and deliver his, his eyes only information.
I love that this is also the second character you have tried to do this exact thing with.
Well, the first character was like a detective type. This guy, I am just being like a guy with absolutely no social intelligence.
You're just like weirdly unhinged in the weirdest
Yes.
ways.
Yes, exactly. You get it. Yes, that's exactly what I'm going for.
Which is why I keep having to interject.
What's great is that you guys were just like, okay, so the only leads we've gotten to this person, this John Smith, is the Union of the Heavenly Chariot. Let's go down there and ask people about fucking enlightenment and also try to break in. And ask absolutely nothing about any of the things that we were curious about.
We got to figure out what their motives are. Like,
by antagonizing them?
I'm not antagonizing.
Asking about enlightenment antagonizing.
Did you hear either of them say words out loud?
I am trying to be disarmingly
really
quirky.
insistent about the Enlightenment.
I'm trying to be disarmingly quirky. It's why people like me. I think. I haven't asked anyone, but I think that's why people like me.
One day you'll take rapport, and that way you'll have like great first impressions. But until then...
Oh, not on my life am I going to take rapport with this character.
Good.
I live by the imposition, and I'm going to die by the imposition.
But he'll say, oh, well, don't worry about it. Just leave it on the desk. We'll make sure it gets to him.
Alrighty. I am going to say, actually, it was information. Do you have a piece of paper I can write on?
This is weird. I don't actually have any idea if any of them just have paper on them.
Like, it's a desk. Can I use a piece of paper from the desk?
Says, oh, there's no... I believe the desk is empty at the moment.
And is there some place that has paper that I can leave a note for him?
Actually, yeah, give me just a moment. And he walks into one of the hallways in the back. And then a moment later, he comes back with a sheet of paper and a pen and hands them to you.
Alrighty. I'm going to just do my standard shot in the dark message. It's just going to write, they know, period. And see if fold it up, put it on the paper, and say, only for his eyes. And good to go.
Can I just be face palming in the background?
Yeah, basically. I think this is your standard shot in the dark. Do you mean for the character or for you?
No, for my character, because my character realizes that people freak out when they think, like, if you don't tell them what somebody knows and you just say they know, people panic and want to ask you about how to keep their stuff secret. So I figured if we just say they know, he already has somebody he's worried about, and worried about them knowing something. So maybe we can get him to like slip up or do something that we can then see.
I feel like we know would work better for that.
I think either works.
Yeah.
I think
It's literally if the guy is paranoid or has any fear of something or is trying to hide something, I want to see if we can make him like have to hide his stuff or hide his evidence.
I guess I just feel like saying they know feels like you're on his side, like it's kind
I
of
like to think your
defensive.
characters are having this conversation right now.
Oh, we are.
Yeah. So you sit on the desk and you say like, his eyes only, and a moment later you hear a voice from behind you. It's just like, for whose eyes only? And if you turn around, and even if you don't, you hear everyone in the room sort of like cheer for someone who's just sort of walked in from one of the side halls.
I'm gonna get closer to have a good look at him.
He is very well dressed. He certainly seems that plus the sort of like cheer everyone gives him would make you think that this is very likely James Halifax.
Am I within like reaching distance of him?
Not really, because he's like just walked in.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay near the back of the like crowd and switch to lemonade.
Okay.
Are people crowding around him at all?
Not really. They're kind of like, giving him like a sort of salute or cheer or whatever, and like going about their business. But it's more of a like, oh, so like glad you're here, like kind of thing.
Okay, I'm gonna stand close to him.
I'll turn to look at you and just be like, whoa, I haven't seen you around here before. How are you doing?
Oh, Mr. Halifax, it's nice to meet you. I'm doing very well.
Yeah,
Thank you.
There's the gentleman that you're talking to now. I say, well, excellent. It's good to see any new people or new faces around here. It's been quite a party tonight, is it not?
Oh yeah, we've been having a riot.
Ah, seems interesting. I wish I could have been here before, but duty calls, of course. He kind of like gives a laugh, and he's like, "Oh, but before I forget, gentlemen," and points to Tom again. It's just like, I believe you had I had a question for you.
I just had a piece of information I needed to pass to you, and I just hand him the note and say I was requested to deliver this by Mr. Smith.
Oh, you know Mr. John Smith? He's been missing for quite some time.
Yes, and I got a note telling me to tell you or give you this note. So I figure if my friend is missing, then I might as well try to follow through. Maybe he knows something and he could, maybe this is his way of like getting into contact with somebody. He might be laying low somewhere, but he seemed to want you to know something. So I'm just putting this on here and giving it to you. And I just I am going to do, I need to roll deceit on this.
Yeah. Yeah,
Sure. I really need to roll deceit on this. Let's see. Okay. That is a 3 on deceit.
He kind of looks at you and like grabs the note and looks at it. And he's just like, I don't understand.
I don't either. I'm just relaying the message.
What did he say?
How did you receive this note from him?
I found it. He left it for me at the inn he was staying at, or the boarding house.
The hotel?
Yeah, that place.
I'm just gonna mention, Tom, that you are not looking at the most sane at this moment.
Oh, am I supposed to be looking sane? Is that in character for me?
You're just like, oh shoot, am I doing it wrong? Everyone's just like, who are you talking to? I see.
I'm going to sidle up next to Pierce, and I'm going to say, I'm sorry, Mr. Halifax. This is my brother. You know, he has very he has spells.
Stop talking like I'm a wizard.
Not those kinds of spells.
I see. Well,
Yes, I'm very sorry about that. He is very happy to be here and to meet you, though.
I see. Would you perhaps care to join me for a drink over here? And like points you to like a sort of like it's like one of the corners of the room that's just not quite as populated.
I would love to.
Excellent. As he like walks, he just kind of like walks past one of the servers and just like with one hand deftly grabs like 3 drinks and like turns and hands one to each of you.
I accept and I start to sip on it, as a respectable, wealthy, fancy person would do.
I would like to roll deceit to look like I'm sipping, but not actually drink anything.
I think that would be stealth, because deceit would be like with words, stealth is with like actions.
Okay, then in that case, I rolled a 2.
Okay. But he kind of walks you over to the corner and is just like, now I'm not quite sure what all that was about. However, I have information that the police are after you. Are they not?
Oh, that's a... Yes, there was a misunderstanding. You know, we went to our friend John Smith's house looking for him, and they believed we were breaking in.
Roll me deceit.
Can I take deceit?
No,
Can I
it's
help
like
him
behind
out
the
with
scenes.
deceit?
You cannot like help him out with it.
That is a 2.
Okay. It's just like, I see. So what were you really doing, though? I assure you, we are here to help. I simply need to understand the situation. I do not believe I have anything to do with his disappearance, but...
No, of course not.
Figure out who has.
I mean, what I told you was the truth, except our friend did break in. We were looking for clues as to his whereabouts.
So you're not sure at all where he could be?
I mean, we have some ideas.
Roll me deceit. I was expecting Tom to jump in with an answer so that he could roll deceit.
No, if I'm the one who's unhinged, I'll let y'all do this.
That's a 1.
Some ideas. Such as...
well, there's...
He holds up a hand as you start to talk, and he's like, understand that in order to help you, I must trust you. Continue.
Seeing them sit down with him, I start drifting over towards that corner of the room.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm going to be completely honest with you.
This will be interesting.
Our friend John Smith is dead. We do know that he is dead. And we've been to where he was murdered. But we don't know exactly where he is.
This is interesting. There's no body or anything?
I did not see a body.
Roll me deceit.
I never went to look at the body.
You saw it! You don't have to investigate it to see it, dumbass.
I am going to... can I roll deceit to distract?
You can, if you want to like try to jump in with something else, like before he can respond.
Okay, yeah, then I'm going to jump in before he can respond with a 3 and say, well, I think we can tell when somebody is laying low and somebody is in danger, and then when somebody is no longer in, let's just say, need of help or need of rescue. Let's just say we can tell when something happened to our friend, and let's just leave it at that. You have your secrets, we have ours, and I think that a mutual respect for each other's boundaries is going to be healthy.
All right, so allow me to get this straight. You have been to where he was murdered.
Okay,
And
listen.
You know he's dead.
Listen,
But you don't know where he is.
His body's in a warehouse.
Thank you.
Did I make it over in time to hear that?
Yes.
Like, really? That's what you were keeping a secret?
Do you say that?
Yes.
He'll turn to look at you and just be like, thankfully someone who hopefully will be a little more straightforward.
You do realize that even though we had nothing to do with his death, the way you just talked about may or may not know where his body is really makes you sound like a murderer.
I was trying to keep information up our sleeve. I don't know. I'm sorry, Mr. Halifax, but I don't know you.
And I don't know you either.
So,
However, what an interesting first impression we've all made.
yes.
One word for it.
He sort of laughs a bit, just like, don't worry. I have full belief that you had nothing to do with his death.
That's awfully trusting.
If you don't mind, would you grab your other friend and perhaps we can all have a talk together?
And I'll gesture towards Anna to come over.
I'll just quietly put the book back on the shelf and calmly walk over.
Say, welcome.
Huh?
There's no point in lying to this man, Anna. He sees through everything.
He sees through everything.
I was
I
going to
just-
say, well, if you
it'd be
just
more
suddenly
so-
admit while I was trying
Hardly.
to actually...
If you were being less transparent, it'd be quite a lot harder to see through.
He'll sort of like laugh for a moment at everything and just be like, look, as I've said, I fully believe you had nothing to do with the death of John Smith. Partially because I have reason to believe others were involved, and partially because you don't seem the type to be able to pull something off. No, like something like that off. No offense, of course.
None taken.
None taken.
However-
I look at the clowns.
I'm not sure what kind of person I am.
Anna will put her hand up as if requesting silence from him and lean in quietly. While we were at the scene of this unfortunate event, we did find a dagger that had the emblem of your establishment upon it.
Interesting.
I'm not sure what that means.
Well, do you have it with you, or did you leave it there?
I believe it got lost in the shuffle.
Emily laughs.
And to be fair, I'm not lying. It was lost in the shuffle.
It was not lost. It was.
It was
somewhere
not.
on purpose.
It was stashed
You can't
because
say
it was
I'm not lying
evidence.
just because the verb you used was explicitly incorrect.
But also, I don't know, did Anna even see someone stash the knife?
No, but that means you also don't know that you guys don't have the knife.
But
I'm pretty
she
sure we
did-
would have talked
I
about it.
mentioned stashing it. I
Okay.
mentioned
She
Oh, you did?
suggested stashing it. She's like,
Did I?
let's go surrender to the police, but I recommend not having that knife on you.
Oh yeah.
So
Actually, I
she
think you
knows
did.
that he had it at the house.
I don't know where you ditched it.
Roll for
You're lying about something here.
I'm not intending to lie.
yeah, and that's reflected in it. Don't worry.
Okay, so if you don't think we did it, then who's your usual suspects?
Well, there's been a string of. Let me lay it straight for you. There's been quite a string of violent incidents involving the Union specifically, however, also the city at large. And we believe it to be due to a underground terrorist organization that we have only heard of as the Pages. very little is known about them, unfortunately. But with how often they target our group, I can't help but think that John may have been one of their victims.
At the mention of the pages, I'll flip through my the purse that I've kind of picked up, and pull out the cards, the 4 tarot cards or 5, I guess, tarot cards, and set them in front of Mr. Halifax and go, "Do these ring a bell by chance?"
Looks at them and just like, not necessarily. I mean, they are certainly, well, some of them seem to be pages. Where were these? Why do you have these?
When we went to examine the deceased, I believe it was his hotel room, we found these along with what seemed to be the scrawlings of a madman. And with the mention of pages, and I'll even flip over the one that was printed upside down.
The Fool.
Yeah, something seems a bit strange.
That is certainly odd. Well, hold on to them. They might do you some good then.
And she'll just scoop them back in reverse.
So, what is their motivation, these pages?
Unknown, but it seems to be either the destruction of the Union itself or simply chaos to spread through the city. It has mostly been either assassination that they have committed or arson or, the destruction of property.
And do they ever target like any specific area of town, or is it just all over the place?
It could be anywhere, unfortunately. We've had reports of incidents in both the Slims and anywhere in the downsides.
The Slim.
What are the Slims and the downsides? I'm from Greendale.
Ah, of course. The Slims are the sort of northern section of the city where most of the housing and things of that nature are put. The downsides is essentially everything below Elysium Park.
Okay.
I'm not entirely familiar with your city. Does that put them close to each other or far?
The Slims is up north, rather than the downsides being, of course, down south.
I see.
Sort of the northern and southern sides of Elysium Park. Of course, the docks haven't really had too much trouble, but there's not a whole lot to hurt there, I suppose.
Or maybe that's where they make their home.
Now,
Speaking of the docks, what gets shipped?
anything we need, I'm sure.
Like, are we in export or do we just import or?
I'm sure a little of both. I mean, I'm not really a dock worker myself, so I don't know a whole lot of what goes on through there.
No. Okay.
It does seem strange, though, that there's at least one warehouse that seemed, for lack of a better term, vacant.
Oh, well, that happens occasionally. There are simply some warehouses that is used in some of the busier seasons, and up until then, there's not a whole lot of need for it, so it simply sits vacant until it has use again.
It just seems rather odd for there to just be a few oil drums and, of course, a corpse.
Well, I suppose a vacant warehouse is a great place to dump something you don't want people to find, huh?
Why is it that you think the pages are involved? Like, is it just that they're known for attacks at random? Because you said they carry out assassinations and arsons and such, but
I had actually recently hired John to sort of learn some information about some of the members we have here, and his eyes kind of like look around the room as he talks, not like targeting anyone in specific, but just kind of like looking a little like suspicious of people as a whole. Is just like, I believe with some of these attacks, it's possible that some of our members may be working with them. And so I hired John to sort of track or like interview them as though he were, I believe he was under the cover of writing, but he was mainly attempting to see if any of them had connections of any sort with the pages. And I believe if they caught wind of that, that would be ample reason for him to be taken out of the picture.
Interesting. Do you think he would have kept notes since he was being a cover? I mean, since his cover story was writing?
Likely so, but if you've been to his hotel room and there was nothing there, and I believe you said you've been to his house as well?
Both, yeah.
So it's possible that after they took him out, they found the notes and got rid of them as well. So here's my proposition for you. I want to do what I can to help you all out. Partially for the sake of making sure that you are not suspected or accused of a crime that you did not commit, and partially to bring justice upon the one who dealt with my good friend John Smith. I have a couple members of the society that I believe might be working with the pages. If I can have you investigate them, and we can figure out what's going on with them, I will do whatever I can to help you clear your name.
I mean, how dangerous are you expecting us to get?
Well, I'm sure somewhat, considering this is a terrorist organization.
But
However,
do you think...
There's little choice we have besides that, or simply jail.
Well, I've got nothing better to do. Anna?
I can't say I remember what I was doing before this.
What's a little implicit threats of legal prosecution between friends, right?
Well, of course, I'm not the one attempting to prosecute you, but I'm sure with
Well, that's
the
another
story
question.
you've told me, it's likely the police would have no reason to suspect someone else.
You said the police were already looking for us? Like you said you know the police are after us?
From what I have heard, yes.
Where'd you hear it from?
Well, this place isn't too far from the station, and we heard that four faces we have not seen before were brought in, and not that long later, all four of you have shown up here.
I guess 8 new people would be a little weird.
Indeed.
It's got us there. There are 4 of us.
Also, because I said that and none of you said no, you simply asked how I knew that.
Mm-hmm.
Where would you... Should we check out the Slims or the downside first, do you think?
My best guess is 2 members of the society. Or 1 member of the society. The other is a politician who we work with often, who I believe may be working with the pages on the side. That gentleman would be the politician Barney Chuck. Very well known, very smooth talker. I believe very susceptible to monetary encouragement, shall we say.
Ah, Chuck.
We don't have any
Yes.
money.
I think I've heard of him.
The other is a gentleman by the name of Mr. Call.
Well, that sounds familiar.
And what has he done to arouse your suspicions?
He's been rather standoffish lately around the society. Have not seen him nearly as often. And to put it lightly, his job is, he helps fix problems of a delicate nature. Nothing as strong as, killing or things like that, but helps us out in places where, money won't necessarily help people off of our backs. He was actually the one I would have immediately thought to help go after the pages, but since I can no longer guarantee that he isn't working with them, I need him to be investigated before I can, use him to find out where they might be.
Of course. And do you happen to have addresses for where we're most likely to find them?
Absolutely. Barney, of course, you can meet at Town Hall anytime during the day. Cole, however, I believe works somewhere up in the Slims.
Okay, I think we can hit them up tomorrow, right?
Makes sense. Probably too late now.
I mean, I think somebody's going to be a bit more defensive if people show up in the middle of the night and start asking questions.
He sort of nods.
The door's
like,
probably locked.
That certainly wouldn't do, especially with how dangerous it is out in the streets. And immediately, you, sort of like looking past Halifax, you see one of the society members turn and deck the guy next to him.
Seems pretty dangerous in here.
As we talk, it immediately turns into a full-size brawl. Everyone has turned on each other instantly.
I do believe there's a situation.
Yeah, he turns as you're saying that. It's just oh, what the hell? All right, please come back tomorrow if you need anything. We will gladly give you funds or supplies for whatever we can help. I'm gonna have to deal with this. Down that middle doorway there, or down there, it's straight path back to the back of the building. Please go through there so you don't have to deal with whatever is happening here while I get this done. And he turns walks towards the group to try to separate people.
Here I thought this was an event in our benefit.
Roll me awareness checks if any of you would like.
Not alertness?
What did I say?
Awareness.
Alertness, yes.
I legit couldn't remember if there were two different skills.
Nah.
4! Nat 4.
Two.
-1.
Dang. Kristin, you see, well, let's see. Tom, you got a 1?
Yeah.
Wombat, what did you get?
A 2. Rosa and I both got 2s.
Okay. So
No, I got a -2.
Wombat
and
Aurelius
did you?
will both see this.
Yeah.
Wombat, you have more of a reason to care. Behind sort of the whole brawl, you kind of get a glimpse of that woman you spoke to earlier, or that Tom spoke to earlier, kind of take a sip of her drink, smile, at, take a last look at everything that's happening, and just turn and walk out the front doors.
I'm going to gesture to Anna to come with me and follow her out the doors.
You will have trouble getting there, because, there's a brawl happening in the middle of the room.
There's not a way to kind of skirt around it along the outside?
You can, it's gonna take a second.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. It's better not to get caught up in all that.
What do the other two do, then?
Anna doesn't have to come with me.
True.
I'll go with.
I'm like, wait, where are you two going?
This way. You guys head out the way he said.
Okay. Go catch that weird lady in the very, very nice outfit.
Okay, people going out the front door, roll me athletics check to try to dodge your way through people and find a path.
I'm gonna go with them, because I don't like being told what to do.
So is everyone going through the fight? Also, I love that Broius is playing like a completely opposite character to what she was playing last
I think we kind of all are.
Got a 2.
3.
0.
Broius, you're certainly the first to get through, although it still takes you a second. Wombat, Rose, what did you get?
0.
0, and Webster, you got a 1?
2.
A 2? Okay. Yeah, Wombat and Tom managed to get their way through after a second. After a little bit more. Anna takes the longest, and is certainly it's just like everywhere you go to get through somewhere, somebody throws a person. Right? It's just like you try to sneak by the table, and someone gets thrown on the table and pushes it against the wall, so you have to find another way around and dodge fists the whole way. But you manage to get your way through, kind of panting as you get to the front door. You're just like, I made it.
Job.
Broius,
First
by the
try.
time you get to the door, you do not see the person. But it is very foggy and dark at this time of night, so you don't have a great sight distance.
Okay. I guess I'll walk out into the street a little bit and kind of see if I can hear anyone walking or moving.
Not that you see, no.
Forrest, why did we come out this way?
I mean, she came out. She went out this door. I mean, what is it? Just like a straight road?
I mean, yeah, it's a straight road to your left and right. There's a little across the street is a small bit of a couple buildings here and there, and the river is right past it.
I mean, I'll run down the street just a little bit and see if we can catch up with her.
Okay.
Two to the left, 2 to the right.
Can I do roll investigation while doing this to see if I can see any tracks or traces?
Yeah, go for it.
That is a 4.
You can sort of hear the sounds at this point of heels fading into the distance, sort of to the right-hand side of the building, or the right-hand side of the road.
Heels on the right.
Cool. I run off to the right.
Yeah, I guess that's where we go.
I love that you're just manically chasing this one person because you're just this person's weird.
Person is weird.
Yeah.
I forgot a picture of them. There we go. You run down the road a bit. You can keep roll me more investigation if you'd like to try to see if you can piece where she is.
Would alertness also work for this? Just to be able to hear when things are out of place?
Yeah, go for it.
2.
3 for more investigation.
Are you rolling Wombat?
Oh, it just didn't matter.
Okay.
It was a 0.
You continue to hear the sounds of her walking down some of the alleys.
We're still headed in her direction, right?
Yeah, so far.
Yeah, I mean, let's keep running.
Is there anyone who's got the athletic skill to loop around and try to cut her off from the front?
I mean, I don't know where she is, but I think I'm the most likely to have that ability. Can you put that in the go this way and then head this direction kind of sentence structure?
So if I'm headed in her direction, right, I have an idea of where her path is. We're going through an alley. Is there a way we can someone can grab a side street, just turn off in a different direction, and loop around to where it seems like she's headed, so that way they could cut her off from the other side.
You could definitely try. It seems like she's headed sort of towards the Carmine Hotel area, but like using back roads.
Carmine Hotel back roads. Okay.
You said to cut her off?
Yeah.
Okay. I take off. Oof. And that's a 1.
All right. You make your way around, and it takes a little longer than you expect, I guess, to get to the hotel area, just because, I mean, you're new to the roads, you're still trying to remember exactly where you guys came, it's still foggy, so it's a little hard to remember where you're going. But you're able to, like, come out to where some of the, like, side roads of the hotel are, but you don't see anybody.
I mean, Pierce, any idea?
I just rolled investigation again and got a 5.
Excellent. With a 5, you will hear nothing. It seems the sounds have actually stopped.
Sounds have stopped. Either she has... We were following her. So either she has just gone, she has stopped moving and is sitting still, or she has entered a place that is keeping us from hearing her footsteps. Nearest place is the hotel. Is there any other place that it could be?
You don't know of any, but there's not, like, there's, a bunch of, like, buildings nearby, so they could be stores and things like that, but they likely wouldn't be open as late.
And I say we go for the hotel and see if we find her.
I mean, we'd have to come back here anyway, so.
Yeah.
Are we staying in John's room?
Got the
tonight?
key.
They don't know we're there.
It's true, but they might decide to search it since he's missing.
Maybe, but where else are we going to stay? The warehouse with his body?
Try breaking back into his house again. Third time's the charm.
Oh, yeah, that'll really help with everything.
So as you sort of, like, come out the alley, like, near the hotel, you are first thing you see, of course, is your slightly out of breath friend Emily, who has made it to the area but looks like she did not see anybody.
For effort.
And the second thing you see is a person walk out of an alley behind Emily, sort of like across the street from the hotel. Gentleman in like a dark suit, tie. Difficult to see his face just because of the nighttime and how far away he is, but you see him pull a card out of his pocket and face it towards you.
Do I see or no, it's behind me, you said?
Yeah.
Sorry guys, that there was no one here. I tried.
I'm going to start pulling the revolver out of my holster.
Hey, don't shoot me, okay? I tried. Like, she's fast. What the?
Behind you.
Not you.
My turn. Oh.
I mean, he doesn't make any aggressive movements or anything.
I don't trust that card.
You can't even.
I'm keeping.
What is the card?
I try and look closer at the card.
All right, roll investigation.
Okay.
I'm keeping my gun trained on him.
Yeah, I don't see shit.
-1.
Same.
I got a 1 for my alertness.
For doing
You're able
alertness.
to see a figure on it. It seems to represent a person.
0.
If you'll excuse me, sir, but my eyes are not that great. I can't tell what's on that card.
He'll sort of like walk closer across the street to you guys and like put it in his pocket as he does, like in his like jacket pocket. And as he comes closer, he's just like, evening. He's just like, evening. My name is Paige Spade. I have some information for you all.
That's not a real name.
I am part of a group that would like to help you.
Yeah, we've been hearing that a lot today.
You are certainly in the position that seems like help might be useful, it would appear. I would not be surprised if a lot of people want to help.
And we're supposed to trust the fog man coming out of the shadows with our lives.
He sort of nods a little, just like, understandably, that you would not wish to trust me so quickly. I will give you this, then. Do you feel that this whole place seems strange to you?
I don't know. I
I
have
don't know
nothing
what
to compare
normal
it
is.
to.
You guys are really gung-ho about just telling everyone you have no memory.
As he's talking, I'll pull the. When he's closer, does he have the card out still?
No, he already put it away.
Okay, but can I find in the purse real quick? Did it have a page of spades?
No.
Okay. Regardless, I'll still pull out the 5 cards and, like, not very much, just enough that he could be able to see them pretty easily. It's like, you wouldn't have to know about these, would you?
Let's see. I'm afraid I don't know a whole lot about tarot.
But they are the pages of each suit. And the Fool.
I'm afraid I don't know a lot about tarot.
I'm sorry, you're the guy who's trying to wave a card at us and thinking that we'll understand its significance, and you're expecting us to be,
Would you like information or not?
Do you even know what death in the tower mean?
Information
calling
sounds
him out.
helpful.
That is calling him out.
What?
Please, follow me, and I will be able
I
to
don't even know what
explain
death in the
everything.
tower means.
Death means a change. The tower means mystery.
Okay, we're not here to talk about tarot. We're here to play games. I would appreciate you guys trying to keep with that.
We are playing the game.
No, you're not. You're being jackasses is what you are. So, he'll turn and begin walking down High Street to the east. Do you follow?
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Sure.
I'm still gonna keep my gun trained on him.
Given that we are wanted by the police, that seems very unrecommendable.
Don't care.
I keep pace with him and just kind of look back at Forrest like, can you put that away? I don't...
Yeah, I'll try to distance myself enough from Forrest to make sure it doesn't look like I'm with him.
I mean, there's not many people on the streets right
Dang
now.
it.
If you're walking in the same direction as him 10 feet away, you're still with him. You don't get to be like, I don't know, officer. I was 20 feet away. I don't know who he is. I can't see that far. I need glasses.
It's foggy!
No one's gonna see us in the fog anyway. Just keep going.
Yeah, but they'll hear a gunshot.
And I don't
Sure,
trust your
but,
aim in the fog, or your aim at all, since I've never seen you use that thing.
If I fired the gun, then there was reason for there to be a gunshot. At which point, who cares?
But as you guys walk, he will sort of talk over his shoulder, just loud enough for you guys to hear. I'll say, this city is odd. Things are not what they appear much of the time. It is my group mission to figure out why and to bring a normality back to the world.
And what exactly would normal look like?
The kind of world where you can speak to a person and not have questions about every aspect of everything they say. That, everything they say is somewhat strange.
Joke's on you. I'm always like that.
He
What he's trying to say is that, like, in ordinary life, can you ever really trust what people are saying? Like what would get you to the point where you could talk to any random person and believe every word they say?
I mean the kind where you don't necessarily believe everything they say, but at the very least their stories of of anything they speak of actually sounding correct.
So, okay, for example, if I told you I was from Greendale 20 minutes away, what does that make you feel?
Like, how do you answer these questions that you guys are asking? This doesn't make like you're just being weird.
I'm not
No,
asking
I am
any questions.
asking him to
Good
define
question.
his terms.
Yeah, cite your sources and stuff.
What do you mean?
Like, what does he mean things feel weird? It's so
The thing
vague.
is, you guys didn't find a lot of the evidence in John Smith's home, so it makes sense. But he says, I would say that it is a place I have never heard of.
Oh, well, that's interesting, because everyone else we just talked to about it, like, seemed to know what it was.
And how
Which is funny,
strange
because
does that seem to you?
incredibly, because I have no idea where that is.
I mean, it's a place I made up.
And they all went along with it.
Yeah.
And that is exactly what I mean.
Okay, I kind of see what you're saying now. And why would things work out that way?
What do you mean?
Well, for example, I made up the term Greendale, and everyone just accepts it as a physical location 20 minutes outside of town. Why would they do that?
That's exactly what we're trying to figure out.
And do you have any leads?
You, as you're talking, you kind of like come up to a like, you're getting towards like the end of the city, I guess, where the buildings start to end, and there's like a little like nice little like glade right outside that he's kind of walking towards. He says, we have a few. We believe the society has something to do with it.
Is it possible for me to tell like where physically we are? Like,
What do you mean?
Like, have we gone north or south, or we've gone east? So we're on the east edge of town.
Yeah. Everyone roll alertness if you'd like.
If you'd like.
That is a 2.
2.
0.
That'll be a 3.
Everyone but Tom notices some shapes inside of the bushes and that you're kind of like walking towards.
I'll call attention to it. Mr. Smith, Mr. Page, I believe there's something next to us.
Oh, is there truly? And he will turn and throw a knife at you.
I'm going to fire my gun.
Okay, you can do that on your turn.
Now we're in turns.
Nice to know that the pages are not exactly like the crosses where we could trust them.
Interesting.
the
I
Jacks.
didn't even say anything dangerous yet.
Roll me athletics, or yeah. See, I don't think you even have you don't even have a weapon to like.
0.
All right.
I've got a purse.
You will take 1 stress then, as he hits you with a knife, and you can tell he's brandishing another. He kind of pulled out both and threw one at you. Okay.
Motherfucker.
I was like, my name is Paige Spade. That's not a name.
We were right. It's not a name.
This is
And I
still
was
the
right
same
to keep
scene,
my
right?
gun on him.
What'd you say, Emily?
This is still the same scene, right?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
same scene as like walking. This is a different scene than the society.
So skills are possible?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. And also, as he does, you see the shapes inside of the bushes. All 4 of them pop up, and it is 4 extra people.
Which one of you is the fool?
I mean, I guess you guys, because they.
Right.
And I'm gonna have them take a turn next because obviously. They take aim at. Honestly, probably Forrest because he's holding a gun.
Right.
Roll me athletics.
1.
All right, then you'd be taking 3 stress hit.
Okay.
They're gonna.
Wait, is someone else going to be the Swiss cheese this game?
Possibly. I mean, you got hit with a knife first.
I mean, yes.
Technically, that was a gun check.
I mean, I'm just not about to take athletics
Pierce,
right now.
It's your turn
so.
because I can't imagine you as a combat character. So we'll see how this goes. Pierce.
Okay, so Pierce.
Yeah.
I mean, he has a cane and a knife.
I don't think he has.
Doesn't have a knife.
Oh.
I have
it's
a
still in
cane.
the equipment.
Well, I have a. Sorry, I didn't delete the knife from my character sheet. But I do have a cane. So I'm going to. So this cane, I assume, has a handle that kind of juts forward a little bit, so I could have a vertical hold on it. A horizontal hold on it rather than a vertical hold. So I'm going to try to bring that, right angle bit of the cane right down on Mr. Definitely a real person with a real name's face.
Okay. Roll me a weapons check then.
That's a 0.
Alright, he is able to block it with his knife.
And
okay, I'm gonna have to ask
see.
you to make an aspect that isn't please validate my terrible jokes.
What?
I'm gonna have to have your aspect not be please validate my terrible jokes.
That was his empathy.
I know. I'm saying that's not an aspect. If someone said, "Hey, what's a character trait of you?" and you said, "Please validate me."
Wait, are those the actual words he used?
Yes.
He said, "Please validate my terrible joke."
Yeah, that was the words he used as his aspect.
Oh, good lord.
Change it to "please validate me."
No, that's not a character trait. It's supposed to be descriptive, not a question.
Okay.
Or a request.
I mean, seeks validation. Yeah,
There you go. Yeah.
Much
There,
better.
seeks validations for erratic behaviors.
just put seeks validation. You're making it more specific. You're never going to be able to use that.
No, that's
Okay,
the thing
fine.
is when you make it specific, that means you have to find a way to use it, and that's when it gets fun. All right, Tom, who do you want to go next?
I'm gonna throw to Forrest because gun.
All right, Forrest.
I'm taking the gun skill right now.
Okay.
Gun, Forrest, gun!
I also already have the.
You sounded like you've been holding that for so long. Like you sounded like you've been waiting for this exact moment.
I'm gonna take aim at Paige Spade with my revolver. And that is a 3.
You shoot him through the heart, and he dies.
Really?
Oh, shit.
You rolled a -3.
We need to get alive.
Well, the aspect
we?
that I had was the executioner, so this
You know,
works.
yeah, that's pretty close.
I'm gonna toss it off to Anna.
So, the now late Smith, or Page, he threw a knife at me, right?
Yes.
Is it still embedded in me?
It wouldn't really embed itself in you, especially with like what it hit. So it more like glanced your shoulder and like fell to the ground behind you.
Can I recover it all the same?
Yeah.
Cool, I have a knife now. And I'm, I guess, going to swing at one of the assassins.
You'll be able to do that next turn, but you
Okay.
need to, like take a second to find it.
Okay,
Essentially.
that works.
So I guess Emily, what's your?
Okay, so there's 4 assassins still.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna charge at the closest one, and I'm going to punch them. Can I take
Alright.
fists?
Yes, you may.
Excellent.
Literally love that you're just like, I'm gonna play Ashy, but violent.
And slightly
Ashy
less
wasn't-
spicy.
No,
I was gonna say.
Ashy was violent, and you looked at Ashy and said, I'm gonna play him if he was actually violent. To which everyone said, I thought he was actually violent. Well, you're punching people as hard as you can. Wow, you have really, like, you put them as your top skills.
I don't like this roll,
I mean...
but
you
I
can
don't have
use-
any way of changing this roll.
I mean, you can...
You have an
Yeah,
aspect.
you have aspects you can invoke.
And none of them actually work for this.
Oh, you don't like to prove your strength?
I mean, I do like to prove my strength.
Well, prove your strength.
Okay.
I would
That's
say
your
that
might.
that certainly fits.
Ah, come on!
Wow, that sucks.
Yeah, but it is what it is.
So that's a...
That's a 1.
Yeah, okay, so it will not hit them, but
Okay.
it is your turn still to throw it off to anyone you want, including yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to me, and then I'm gonna punch them again.
Okay. Punch them again for the first time.
Mm-hmm. Slightly better. That's a 3.
He is able to just barely dodge, but like certainly a lot closer than what it had been previously.
Okay.
Who do you want next?
Anna.
You know, I do want to say I almost wish that you guys saw these people in the bushes and Emily just like instant reaction to just throw a can of not dog food at them. Just beating them in the head with a metal can. All right, Anna.
I guess I'll try to knife at one of them.
All right, roll me a weapons check.
-1.
And you don't want to take it as a skill?
Why would she have it as a skill?
I mean, you've done...
She's a bookworm.
Yeah, well, you know, you might have used a scalpel in your life. You have a science check.
How do you
You're like, I don't
add
practice
pages to
medicine.
this?
I theorize about it.
There was
I
that
mean-
Karen Gillan movie with the librarians who murdered
Total
people.
-1.
Just say I missed that movie.
Okay. You barely...
Oh
missed.
yeah, no, never mind. I know what movie you're talking about.
Don't forget, just for everyone, you can also create advantages to help each other and things like that. It's not just hit things hard.
Right.
So there are
Yeah.
things you can do to try to help other people out or yourself if you want. Not
I
necessarily,
mean, can we?
but just a reminder because it's been a while since we played.
We just have to do that on our turn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Anna, who's going next?
I guess Forrest.
All right, Forrest, you're up.
Okay. So how many assassins are left?
There are 4.
There's still 4.
Yep, for now.
What do I have on me?
There were 5, and then one of them died instantly.
Okay, yeah. I'm just going to aim my gun and shoot one more time.
All right.
That is another 3.
Okay. This time, one of them is able to dodge out of the way.
So I didn't hit anyone?
Is it
No.
the same one that dodged away from me twice?
Probably not, because it would probably be less smart to shoot at that one while you're trying to punch him.
Okay, just making sure.
I guess I'll throw it to the 4 assassins.
Ooh, strategy. All right, they line up another shot with Wombat. Roll me athletics.
2.
They miss wildly.
Alrighty.
It seems you've thrown them off their game a bit, so to speak, with your shots. Pierce, you're up.
So thing is there 4 of them, and are they all together?
No, they're kind of a little spread out at the moment. Not by a whole lot, though. They're all sort of in the glade area.
Then I'm gonna try to. They're in a glade area. That is to say, they are in a. They don't have cover.
No.
Okay, no cover. Then in that case, I am going to go and try to trip at least one of them. See if I can create an advantage for the people who are good at weapons.
Okay, so that would be a fist check.
That's a 1.
Okay, you are not able to get his leg. He sort of like hops a little out of the way. But on the bright side, now he's looking at you.
I need to. I should have taken it as a skill.
Well, there's always more chances. It's anyone's turn now that you would like, including yourself, if you want to just do that.
I'm gonna try to trip the guy because otherwise he's gonna shoot me next turn. So.
Okay.
That's a 2.
Okay, you are not able to succeed well, but you are able to match. So you're able to create essentially like a small boost. So just a one-time free use of like off balance.
Okay, good. Yeah, next person who wants to shoot this guy, you're good to go. But in terms of people who are actually going to be moving next, I'm going to say I am tossing to Emily, actually.
All right, Emily.
Okay. Let's see. So you said they're not near each other?
Yeah, they are not.
How close is Spade to me?
The body?
Yes.
I mean, it's not super close. You kind of ran past it to get to where you're at.
Okay, never mind then. I'm gonna... Yeah, I'm just gonna try and punch the closest one, whoever's closest now at this point, since
Okay.
they've been dodging. That's a little better. 4?
Oh, that is a lot better. Would you like to use the boost that's been applied?
Yes.
Okay, so by using off balance, essentially you see that not the guy that you're hitting, but the guy that was like closest by has been knocked, off balance a bit by Tom and teeters towards you, and the guy that you're fighting. Using that to your advantage, you're able to essentially like the guy you're trying to hit trips a little on the person backing into him. Using that, you're able to punch him hard enough to knock both of them out.
I yell out, "Who's next?" and pass the turn to forest.
Okay, so there are 2 assassins left.
Yes.
Huh. How close am I to them?
You're still in the like. You would need to like get closer to attack them in melee, if that like tells you what you need.
Okay, and they're just in like a forest clearing?
Yeah.
Ha!
Huh. I mean, this is boring, but I guess I'll just shoot again.
So boring. Bang.
I mean, I wanted to do something. That's a 4. I just wanted to do something interesting, but it's not a good setup for my aspects right now.
You are able to put a well-placed shot through one of them, and he drops.
Well, that leaves 1, and I'll toss it to him.
All right. In that case, he will leave.
Is there a way to stop him from doing that?
You could roll athletics to like catch up to him.
I was gonna say, are we still in turns if he's leaving? Because I would like to pursue.
Yeah, feel free to roll, like, each person roll an athletics check to try to, like, catch back up to him.
I rolled a 1.
I rolled a 5.
I rolled a 1.
I rolled a 0.
Okay, so everyone but Tom is able to, like, quickly catch up to him. Emily absolutely catches up the fastest and, like, overtakes him, like, pretty much instantly.
Can
Do
I
I get
roll
to wrestle him to
alertness?
the ground or something?
Say again?
Can I, like, lock him in a hold or wrestle him to the ground or something?
Yeah, you try to, like, tackle him if you want with, fists.
Okay.
Can I roll alertness to see if anybody is seeing us?
Yeah, go for it.
That is a 1.
It does not seem like it.
Okay.
Or at least, like, you don't see anyone else nearby.
Can I use that aspect again?
No, that one was, just a boost. What's your
No, I
total?
meant,
I
can't remember if it's per scene or per turn.
Oh, no, it's just per roll.
Oh, okay. And I can use it to take a +2, right?
Yes.
Okay. That's a 3 to fists to tackle him.
All right. With that, you are able to easily wrestle him to the ground.
So I guess we have one of the pages now, huh?
I don't know. Let's ask him.
I was asking him.
He does not respond. He just struggles.
Do you... Cat got your tongue? Can I just punch him in the stomach to see if he makes a sound?
Well, how are you guys on the ground? I assumed Emily had, like, fallen on top of him.
Yeah,
I don't know.
probably. Because that's usually how chasing and tackling works.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do there.
I'm trying to figure that out too.
He's gonna punch
I've
him in the stomach
got
and
him.
deck Emily.
I've got him. I think I can hold him. Anyone got anything to tie him with?
We would if I had 10 feet of chain. Also, side note, my character is finally, like, reaching y'all. He is red-faced and puffing because he had a bad athletics check.
Um, I'm trying to see what people have.
Pierce, when you get up there, I'm like, maybe just hit his head with the cane and knock him out, and while he's unconscious, we'll figure something out. But we don't want to kill him. We need information.
Good news is me hurting someone with this cane is virtually impossible. So I'm gonna bop him on the head.
Give me 1 second. I'm trying to like figure out something that I don't know why it did. I don't know. I'll figure it out later. Regardless, while you guys are like talking and trying to figure out something to do, yeah, okay. Roll me, I guess, oh no. So are you just like holding him to the ground essentially?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I guess everyone roll me alertness checks.
-1.
-2.
3.
1.
Wombat, you will realize he is still holding his gun.
I'm going to train mine on him.
Okay. He will struggle his best to try to turn it at you.
Do I notice that movement?
Yes.
Can I like try to like hit it out of his hand?
Not without like letting go of him a little.
Would I notice the movement at this point? Or like the
Likely,
struggle? Cool. I'll try to like kick his hand to knock the gun out.
Okay, roll me fist.
0.
Get some kind of advantage because he's
Yeah,
being
I mean
held
there
down.
is the locked in place aspect that you got for like tackling him.
Can I invoke that for just a +2?
Yeah.
I'll make it a 2.
All right, you do not kick it out of his hand.
Damn it.
Sorry.
I guess I'm going to shoot him.
Okay.
Can I? Oh, I was gonna say I got a 1 on my awareness. Can I like try to hook the gun out of his hand using my cane?
You can try with a weapons check.
That's a 1.
I got a 5 on guns.
Okay, you shoot him and he dies. A lot, like for sure.
Great. Like, well,
There goes our
our
leads.
information.
And my
I mean,
hearing.
what else was I gonna do?
Shoot the
him
gun?
not lethally?
Listen. I don't know how to not take a good shot.
I had him locked in place. You could have shot anywhere.
I can't not shoot him
But
where it's
now
gonna...
I'm covered in blood and we have no answers.
Yeah.
There are 2 guys who are knocked out because we bonked their heads together back where we were.
That's fair.
We got 2 left. I don't think we can kill both of them on accident.
Have you met us?
It wasn't an accident.
Apparently, I'm surrounded by murderers, or a murderer.
Listen, I've never helped someone or never actually succeeded at hurting someone in my life.
We don't know
I
that.
was just looking right at Forrest, like, surrounded by a murderer.
I mean, that was clear self-defense. But you're right, also.
We're gonna find out, like...
Can we go check the others, the 2 that are supposedly knocked out for pulses?
Let's go check them.
Go for it, yeah. You'll get back, and those 2 are actually nowhere to be seen.
That's annoying.
Well, the good news is we know they're alive then.
I mean, it does us no good at this point, though. Are our best bet, I guess, at this point is to just go back to the hotel. Like,
I guess
But what was
no,
like,
wait.
why?
Why are we just gonna listen? We need to search Spade's body. Come on.
search all of their bodies.
So, if you do search their bodies, which I'm assuming you're going to,
Yeah.
Yes.
you will find on Page Spade a knife as well as a small amount of cash, and of course a Page of Spades card.
I'm gonna take the knife.
For the other three, you find like 3 small pistols, like a Derringer kind of thing, and like a small amount of ammo on each.
Now we each have a pistol.
If you want.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna grab the ammo.
Okay. I would write it down as like a moderate amount.
Oh, I thought we each had a small amount.
Well, Wombat said he grabs the ammo, so unless someone
And
That's
I
not good.
grab his arm and I'm like, what good are pistols without ammo?
Why don't you check if it's loaded?
I'm gonna just say gimme and take some from him.
Yep, I take a small amount of ammo from him.
Same, even though I'm not the most comfortable holding it, but it's better than a knife in my hands, I think.
I think it is exactly the same as a knife in your hands currently.
Hey, I still have one more skill I could learn.
Yeah, and it could
I'm
be
back
knife.
down to a small amount of ammunition.
Okay. Now what?
I mean, I reload my revolver.
And then what?
I'm waiting for
Look
other
around to
bits.
see, and we're waiting for a chance to talk. I look around to see like where, if we can tell like the tracks from where they came from to set up this ambush.
Well, they were hiding in the trees.
Okay, I'm gonna go look around in the trees. Maybe
Okay.
they dropped something.
Roll investigation then.
Also, so we're all fine just being ambushed, right?
1.
You don't seem to find anything. It looks like likely they brought only what they needed.
Nobody thought this got weirdly violent all of a sudden?
Oh no, I've been thinking that. I mean, after all, first blood and all.
I decided we're all just fine being ambushed, huh?
It's like, no, none of us are
No.
fine being ambushed. But this seems on character for the pages from what we've heard thus far.
It
I mean,
is,
but
yeah.
we just learned about them, and now they're on us. Like,
We were
someone was clearly listening to us in the
Maybe.
society, right?
maybe, but also you have to remember, if Mr. Smith was a target of them, we woke up in the room with his body. Perhaps we were planted there, and we're not doing what we're supposed to, so we're being removed.
Maybe.
What if we were sleeper agents for the pages? You know, get our memories erased afterwards so we don't know who did it.
And then they try to kill us?
Yeah, because we are the loose ends. Some vigilante finds the murderers who killed a guy in a warehouse, and, you know.
I just think it's a little redundant to have us get our memories erased and also try to kill us.
Oh, I mean, maybe that they're just that thorough or something. I don't know.
There's a lot of potential of what could be going wrong. Right now, all we can do is try to figure out what's going on in a concrete way, and also try not to get ambushed too many more times.
How many count as too many? Because I count 1 as too many.
Oh, yes. But I guess at this point we should expect them. After all, I think we just made ourselves some very high-profile enemies.
Kinda looks that way.
Now, I noticed you all speaking with a woman in black that we were chasing.
Yeah.
Yeah, why were we chasing her? What was up with that?
So she made a couple comments about how our buddy Jack was a deadbeat and always lying around, and I could only take so many of those references before I think she's trying to drop subtle clues that she knows he's dead. And
Oh,
that
you
was
think?
before. Yeah, and that was before we had any info about. We hadn't mentioned anything to anybody, so I wonder if she was the person who called us. I wonder if she's the person who killed him. I have a lot of questions.
She is the biggest known unknown in this scenario.
Also, I'm pretty sure she started that fight.
Oh, obviously.
A good cover to escape.
Why would she need to escape? She could just leave.
Probably because she needed something that would stop our conversation from progressing. Because the minute we stopped, we had that fight break out, we couldn't talk to the boss anymore, so he couldn't give us the names of the people he was suspecting. Well, he gave us some of the names, but he didn't give us like all of the info. He just gave us general ideas of the city. And, you know, I'm wondering if she was trying to maybe just try to keep that info from getting to us or something.
I think she was just trying to send us a signal. She just wanted to catch our attention.
She did a great job catching our attention and sending us directly to. Oh!
Yeah.
She did a great job getting our attention and sending us directly into a trap.
Right.
That's my thought.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have any reason to trust Halifax, but he did not intentionally send us to our death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did ask us to talk to a politician, so I mean, there's that.
Listen, we haven't been sent to our death yet. Give it some time.
Well, she sure as hell tried.
Well, she did, yeah.
Also, they know where we're sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless we
don't sleep there.
No, because the two escaped. Yeah, no, they definitely know where we're staying the night. So I guess we have to find someplace new.
We can always check back at the society, see if there's a place we can lay low. A
Or
place
we
that
could go
we
to the empty
can't.
warehouse where we found the body.
Given that the police are kind of after us, I doubt that's a
Go
good
to his
idea.
house. He's got a house, and I doubt the police are going to expect us to try breaking back in there.
If I was
I
a
love
police
the
officer,
smell
that'd
of
be.
dry blood and decomposing flesh.
Well, his house is clear. But if I was a police officer, that's exactly where I would be camping out.
Right, like criminals always return to the scene of the crime. Isn't that
No,
a
they
thing?
don't. No, they don't.
That's
They try to get away. I was going to say, what criminals do you know that return to scenes of the crime?
But if he's such a hot topic,
Shoplift from the grocery store we work at.
Yeah, that's fair.
if he's such a high priority person, then they may not be expecting us, but they may be expecting other people.
It's true. They might. Or they might just want to see who comes up to the house just in general, not necessarily to break in.
Hmm.
They didn't even try to have a conversation.
They're police officers. They shoot first, ask questions never.
No, I meant the pages.
Oh. Why would they? If they just want us killed, then they don't need to worry about us.
I mean, it's just disappointing, though, you know? You only meet so many people after wake up and don't remember anything, and one of them wants to end your life. Two of
Five
them.
of them wanted to.
I mean, the police just wanted us in that cell.
No, I just mean 5 people tried to kill us today.
Ah, but we only met 2 of them before they tried to kill us.
I just love that we're trying to keep score of who tried to kill us and who do we know that tried to kill
Are you guys
us.
just sitting in the glade talking about this?
I figured
Yes.
we'd be walking as.
Well, no one has
No.
said that.
No, we're chilling in the forest clearing
Why?
with a bunch of dead bodies.
Well, that you're like, we need to escape from this warehouse. There's a dead body. We don't want people to think we did it. These ones we did do, so we're fine if people think that.
We're just being honest. We're just being honest.
So, are we going to the house or are we going to the hotel?
Or do we go back to
Or do we go
society?
somewhere else? Yeah.
These
we can
all
check on
seem
the-
like bad ideas.
Or do you have anything that sounds like a good idea?
Yeah, but you were a nice gunshot distance away from all the bodies and blood splatter. I've got blood drying on me, so not as comfortable as you. I just start walking back towards the town, or back in the direction we came.
I guess I'll follow after her.
Everyone following?
Yeah.
I have no idea where I'm going, by the way. I'm just heading back.
I mean,
Right.
it's a straight shot to the hotel.
Okay.
I mean, it's a bad idea, though. Still.
Come up with a better one.
Do I notice anything that's open?
Like any stores or anything?
Yeah, any business at all, like a
Do I notice
tavern or something?
It's late at night.
Do I see any kind of like river or water source of any kind anywhere?
No.
Because I don't really want to walk into the hotel like this.
I mean, you're not covered in blood. All you did was punch someone.
I was
And
holding
then-
down someone that got shot at point blank range.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're holding down someone,
then the blood's probably not on you, as long as you let go.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you're holding down a body that gets shot at point blank range like that, there might be like a mild misting, but
Yeah.
like the most of the blood is going to be what's coming out the other end. Don't ask how I know.
Because you watch crime shows. And read books.
Actually, no, crime shows get that wrong all the time.
Yeah, that's true. Well. So, I'd ask if everyone's going back to the Carmine, but I guess everyone's following a person who just knows to go west-ish.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the best plan we have is to stick together, even if we don't all agree with the other plans we make.
I mean, if someone else has
Unfortunately,
an
our
idea,
plan
I'm
is-
happy to go somewhere. I'm just tired of sitting around not doing anything.
Unfortunately, our plan is teamwork.
Well, okay, so the streets are fairly like empty and dark at this time of night. Most people have made their way indoors or wherever they're trying to spend the evening. But as you walk, a person comes out of the side of not your side of the street, but across the street. Comes out of one of the alleys, kind of sees you guys, just like, "Hey, looky who I've run into. What's the story, friends?" Roll me investigation.
Investigation, that's the thing I'm good at.
There's not enough jive for that to be J. -1.
0.
0.
That's a 3.
Tom and no one else recognizes this as the woman from the Union. However,
Oh, good.
rather than a black dress, she's sporting a tight red button-up jacket over a black shirt and a yellow tie. She is black, sort of like ill-fitting shorts that are kept up
She's-
with a red leather belt.
Let's say she's dressed like Lupin the Third.
On top of her head is a red newsboy cocked at a steep angle. The
Why
most
it-
noticeable thing she wears, however, is a cocky, almost like wild grin. Her bright and piercing eyes flit to each one of you in turn, and it feels for just a moment that she sees a little more of you than just like your face. She's just like, "Hey, you guys look bad. You alright?"
I see a shadowy figure coming out of the fog, and I train my gun on them.
I go charging at her on the same instinct.
Everyone calm down.
Do you say that loud enough for me to actually hear?
Yes.
Yes.
Why? Still running.
You're there. You can't say why as you're tackling a person.
I didn't
12
think it was
feet away.
tackling just yet.
You're not a mile away. It's across the street. How long do you think it takes to run 20 feet at most?
I don't know. I've seen streets that are 5 lanes each way.
That's the highway. This is a street.
This is like a cobblestone street.
Do I recognize her when I get close?
Not likely, no. But she's
Regardless,
also got her hands in her pockets, like relaxed, like as she's like leaning against a wall. She is not in an aggressive state.
Okay. I slow down and I get there. I'm like,
It's like,
Apologies for our jumpiness.
Damn, y'all guys are weird tonight.
There was an attempt on our lives.
Oh, no shit. Sorry, that sucks. What happened?
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
Don't you just hate it when that happens?
We were speaking with someone who claimed to want to talk to us. And before we knew it, 4 assassins were on us, and he threw a knife at me.
Damn. You guys did well, apparently. You all survived fine?
Oh, to your chagrin, I'm sure.
What do you mean?
I try to follow you and contact you, and then all of a sudden we come around, and what do you know? You're nowhere to be found, but all of a sudden there's this guy who's ambushing us.
Oh, why'd you try to follow me?
Because
you sent a signal to me.
What signal?
What do you mean, what signal? You started the fight, and then you, like, winked at me or something and went out the door.
I just smiled because I like seeing rich people beat each other up. I didn't even look at you guys.
Listen, everybody loves seeing the idle rich get the crap beaten out of them. However, I think there was an ulterior motive here.
Don't forget, feel free to roll empathy checks whenever you want when people are talking, if you would like. Trained or not.
Is this a new scene?
Yes.
I'll roll an empathy check.
All right.
I rolled a 3. Empathy.
You know what? That's a -3. I'm just gonna leave that as it is.
Is it empathy or... I guess there's no insight in this.
Yeah. Tom, she honestly seems bewildered that you guys followed her. Like, absolutely was not, like, according to her, not signaling any of you to do anything. She didn't look directly at you. She was looking towards the fight. And
just
you absolutely agree as well. Like, you're just like, oh, shit,
did
I see something that I wasn't there?
Yeah, I'm just, like, in stunned. So... Huh.
I just look at them and I'm like, wait, so you had us chase after a random person we hadn't really met for a signal that wasn't given?
Okay,
Let's just say it's been a crazy night.
What do you know about Jack Smith?
We've had a weird night.
Who's Jack Smith?
Okay, come on!
Do you perhaps mean John Smith?
That guy. That guy. The guy who you were making some really, really, let's just say, subtle hints about. Yes, that guy.
Ah, now that's the question I've been meaning to ask you guys. How do you know John Smith?
I'm more concerned about the fact that when you were wrong about an overt signal, we're supposed to believe you about subtle hints, too.
I was not the one who said I saw the signal. I was the one who recognized the comments she was making. She's the one who makes the comment.
They already told you. They drank with him in college.
Ah, yes, that's right. The college in the town that nobody has been there because it's not a real place.
You don't know that? What town is 20 minutes away?
Not the one you said.
But which one is? I didn't ask which one it wasn't.
There's no town anywhere near that area.
Which area? I only said 20 minutes outside of town. You're telling me that in all directions, 20 minutes outside of town, there is no other community.
And what if I said that was true? She just like gives you like a wide smile.
I wouldn't believe you. This is a pretty big town.
Oh, so where are you from then, outside of town? Or have you been here for as long as you can remember?
I mean...
Geography was never his strong suit. Or mine. Shrug.
Still...
Where was I born?
Anna will hold up her hand, again, signaling, hey, let me talk. As long as we can remember, that's an interesting choice of phraseology.
Interesting indeed, is it not? So let me get back to my previous question then. How do you know John Smith?
Let me get back to my previous question, which I forgot.
Yeah, you kind of went through a couple of them that never really made much sense to me.
Don't worry, he doesn't make it much sense to any of us.
Nope.
Okay. All right. I have it. Okay.
She's just like, oh, all right, this will be good. Hit me. What's up?
John Smith, right?
Did she say those words?
No. Well, she says, like, hit me with it, not hit me.
Okay.
John Smith. In the library with the candlestick.
Don't think he owned any, actually.
No, not
Library?
his library or his candlestick. Someone else's library, other person's candlestick.
Are you going to say
Isn't
that
that-
Mr. Green did it?
No, Mr. Halifax.
She's just like, all right, I'm not the gambler among us, so if someone who's a little more sane could tell me some information, that would be great.
Okay, fine.
Before we give you any information, I want to know that you are trustworthy. Your coyness does not exactly bring inspiration.
Listen, kid, I'm an information broker. Coyness is part of their job.
Oh, you just came out with it, though.
Guilty
I
It's
didn't-
honest work.
charged.
What do you mean guilty as charged? How? I cannot trust an information broker that would just declare themselves an information broker.
Well, I normally don't, but... Well, some of you seem a little denser than others, so I've got to get the point across a little better.
Listen, we've all had a long night. Don't.
Perhaps we got off on the wrong foot then. Shall we start over?
Hi, I've been through hell and high water, and I would like an actually straight answer. So, why are you doing this? What is your aim? What is your view of what is going on right now? And if you can give us that, then maybe we can give you our view of what's going on.
So your question is, what was it? Why am I doing this?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
And
you
what
even know
is-
what I'm doing.
He has a point. I look over and was like, I thought you were trying to start over. So, hi, I'm Emily. I hold out my hand to shake.
Pleased to meet you, and like shakes it.
And I'll
Hey,
continue
what should we
to.
call you?
Just call me the rumor mill.
I will
Okay,
holster my
well.
revolver as a show of good faith.
Finally.
I'm sorry about that. I don't think I gave you my name back at the society. Forrest.
A pleasure to meet you, Forrest. She'll put her arm out to shake yours as well.
And Anna will continue to by introducing herself with a handshake, but add, at least that's the name that makes sense for now.
It's always hard to pick your own, isn't it?
Hey,
Did
at
you
least
pick
I didn't.
yours?
Well, of course. You don't think I was born the rumor mill, do you?
I
Well,
mean, we just met a person named Paige Spade, so you know.
That's clearly a fake name.
Interesting. Paige? Well, I'm sure you've heard stories so far of the pages, have you not?
Yes, they're full. They're all in the books.
You know, pluralizing that may be incorrect, but we may have heard at least one story.
I'm sorry. We had a fairly long conversation with Mr. Halifax about the pages.
Yeah, he'd probably know about them. I feel like they've got it out for him, huh?
He seems to think so.
At this point, I'm inclined to believe that they have it out for us as well.
Well, it's
It seems
possible.
that way.
Although it might just be if any of their members or I suppose spies saw you with him, maybe they've thought to take you out because you're close to him. Who knows?
I mean, at this point, is that not the same as having it out for us?
Oh, of course, but more of a, or less of a personal thing and more of a side note in their way to do their regular business.
Side note is still a note.
You're not wrong.
A note on a page.
So you said before that we didn't really know what you were doing, and that's fair. What are you doing? Like, why are you interested in us?
Well, you seemed interesting to say the least, and certainly the least stuffy of all the people there at that party. And I happen to know that, well, you don't seem to act like a normal person, mind. Didn't take long to figure out that there is something special about you all.
I have not the foggiest idea what you mean.
I mean,
Yeah, so I'm just gonna let that one.
I was gonna
sit in
say
the air
nobody
for
is
a moment.
surprised. We all believe you. Went way over your head.
I suppose there's no sense in no harm in telling the truth, given that the potential end result is rather already a factor.
I just kind of look around for further ambush.
Yeah, and I'll drop my voice to a bit more of a whisper, or not whisper so much, but just like a voice quiet enough to not be overheard too easily by anyone that's not our group, and go, "You asked us how we knew about Mr. Smith, the late Mr. Smith. The only memories that I woke up with today was of these three buffoons and myself in the same room. No memory how we got there. The door was locked, the windows were shut, and a dead body. That of Mr. Smith. And
Am
a
I
voice.
that weird?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean,
few
I know
minutes
I'm
later?
a buffoon.
A few minutes later, we get a phone call telling us the police are on their way. Shortly thereafter, we are put in prison. And it's been just about the craziest waking day I've had. Well, I guess as far back as I can remember.
It's not really a high bar there, but I can understand what you mean.
I was hoping you'd catch that.
Well, that's certainly an interesting day. I had my suspicions that something like that had happened. I'm glad to have had that confirmed for me. Yeah, that's weird. What the hell happened to you guys?
No
I would
idea.
love to know. The last memories I have, I was studying to become a doctor. And now this.
Med
I'm
school
now
is
wanted for a
terrible.
murder I never committed.
How do you know, Mr. Smith?
Does anyone remember what my job is?
Information.
There you go.
Talk is cheap.
Maybe a boring answer, but, well, talk is sometimes cheap. Some talk can be quite expensive.
Very true.
And how much would it be worth to help us learn about before we remember?
That's a good question. I'd have to do some research into exactly what did happen before all this. Gotta know, how much everything's worth, of course. But I certainly don't have an answer for you now. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll take a look into some stuff for you. Alright? I got some places to be now, some events to watch that I just can't miss. But I'll find you guys if I can figure out anything.
And I'll kind of side-eye towards Forrest and Pierce, saying, I doubt will be hard to find.
True.
I'll keep an eye out.
Well, till then, if you any of you need some info on just about anything that happens in this town, just ask around for me. I'll find you within a quarter. Oh, before I go, however, payment for some of the information you've given me. Can't tell you a whole lot about your missing memories, of course, but I might be able to start you on the right path to figuring out where they went.
Where?
If you walk past the hotel, take a left down Merchant's Gate, and just walk past the Union Hall, I think you'll run into something strange that may clue you in on what's going on around here.
We'll check
Okay.
that out.
Just keep walking. It's near the edge of town, but not all the way. You'll still be, within, like, a view of the lamps and everything. So don't worry about being ambushed a second time, I hope.
But don't worry, I'll always be worried about that from now on.
Yeah, you know what? That's fair. You should be. Well, be careful. Have a good one. Full moon out tonight, so, plenty of reports about werewolves and the like. Anyways, see you guys later.
Werewolves?
Have fun, babes. And she just, gives you, a 2-finger salute and just, walks back into one of the alleys. And if you say werewolf, she just kind of, waves her hand without turning. It's just yeah, if you can believe it.
And
Werewolves.
Well, I guess we should head that way. It's in the direction of the hotel anyway.
Yeah, let's,
I mean,
we've got nothing better to do.
there's nowhere else to go.
So you want to head to the location she mentions?
Yeah, the edge of town.
Why not?
Past the Union.
All right. So you walk down the street. You can see the Union sort of on your left-hand side. And you keep walking. There's plenty of street out in front of you. Their houses buildings are getting more and more sparse. There's still some lamps and everything nearby, just in case of it's busy enough that you'd want cars to be able to see where they're going here. And who's out in front?
I will
Emily, you run straight into a fucking wall.
be. Ow.
Or something like it. You didn't see anything, but for a brief moment, the world in front of you, wobbles from the impact.
I stop and say, what?
Everyone roll me a resolve check.
That's a 1.
0.
That's a 1.
Can I take resolve?
You may, yes.
I want to.
We're only allowed up to 4 skills, correct?
Yep.
That's
now.
a 1. I'm not going to take it.
So what was totals? Was it 3 1s and a 0?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. Excellent. Everyone takes a mild mental consequence as your mind strains from the strange everything that just happened. I mean, literally the world blocked you with seemingly no reason. Something is very wrong.
I reach out with my hand more carefully this time.
And you will certainly find what feels like a cold, steel type surface. You can't see it, but you can feel it.
Is it smooth?
Yep.
This is weird. I just run my hands along it.
Mm.
I love that Wombat was like, what, there's no settlements within 20 minutes of here? And she's like, yeah. Anyways, go run into a wall.
Well, that's strange.
Y'all don't see anything, do ya?
No,
Do
but I
you?
definitely feel something.
Don't see anything either, and I just wanted to make sure it wasn't just me.
everyone roll me a not investigation, alertness.
That's a 4.
5.
Negative
One.
1.
So 4, 5, negative 1. What was the last one?
1.
1. Okay. 4 and a 5 for sure. Will become aware essentially of slow, quiet steps behind them.
I'll reach a hand in my purse to hold the pistol that I have while it's in the purse, and spin to look at whoever's approaching us, or whatever's approaching us.
I'll turn around as well with my hand on my holster.
You see a strange beast approaching you. Somewhat humanoid, but with strange elongated limbs. Their mouth is full of like jagged fangs, eyes black and hollow, and their fingers tipped with wicked claws.
Sounds like it's something.
Seeing them turn, do I see what they're looking at?
Yeah, you turn and you see exactly what they're looking at.
Sounds like
Oh.
something that needs a dumpster thrown on it.
Can I roll a pair of dice?
What does that mean?
An actual pair of dice. Because I have a pair of dice in my
like
equipment. No, I want to roll a pair of dice and see what the results are.
No.
Oh.
You're not an insane person.
This is gonna be how I decided whether to run or to shoot it.
Oh, now you're hesitating to shoot.
Whatever this thing is, I'm pretty sure it's not human.
I'll be glad to let you do that as long as you accept that you will not be looking at it when it decides to pounce.
Okay.
Cool, so I'm just going to give you an aspect for that I call not looking. Anyway.
Wait, I can't look at the dice?
No, the fucking beast.
Oh, okay.
You're looking at the dice, you're not looking at the thing that's attacking you.
The living
God
creepypasta
damn it.
that is breathing down our throats.
Anyways, that's where we're going to end it for tonight, because it is a little past 2 hours. You know what? I should just add a question mark on here, because technically there's no being sure. But yeah, this is fun. Glad to see that this is what's happening, I guess.
What? General insanity and chaos and
Yeah, I
two people being fucking weird?
truly love when the rumor mill was just like, haha, a fight happened. You guys are like, you gave us hints to follow you. And she's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I
I'm
know
just
a quest
sitting
hook
over
when
here,
I
like,
see
have
one.
I convinced them that they made something up? like when they've just like clearly misunderstood the thing that I said, but I can't change it because it's been 2 scenes. Ugh. Alright. We'll see everybody next week for more of
Bye.
this shit.
Bye.
Okay.
More of
Bye.
questioning Dom's sanity.
Ah.